my name is Shelby Paul, and today I'm going to be giving my persuasive speech, and I have my lovely audience here, David and Eric. They're going to be watching today, and I'm going to set them right here. Okay. Did you know that there's a topic in today's divisive and controversial times that nearly all Americans agree on? I know, it sounds hard to believe, right? But there is, in fact, one topic, and it's this: the overwhelming desire to rid ourselves of the dreaded twice-a-year time change. A 2022 study conducted by YouGov.com revealed that nearly 2/3 of Americans want to stop changing the clock in the spring and the fall. This brings many to ask the question, what is the original intent of this policy anyway? According to an article by Alex McMillan from the University of Colorado, daylight savings time was introduced in 1916 by Germany to save energy. In 1918, the United States adopted it and then ended up repealing it a year later, only to reenact it years down the line. Today, daylight savings time still exists, but many argue that it has outlived its purpose. In March of 2022, the Senate passed the Sunshine Protection Act, which is essentially a bill to put the states on permanent daylight savings time. This bill was introduced by Senator Marco Rubio, who has been a major advocate for this change, and he has been known and stated to say, "The practice of changing our clocks has outlived its purpose. It's time to lock the clock." However, this bill has not been federally approved yet due to a lack of urgency and contradicting opinions on the matter. So it's important for us all to be aware of this policy as it affects all of us directly, especially our health, safety, and economy of everybody in the states that observe this time change. And the two states that don't, Arizona and Hawaii, may one day live in a state that does or have family and friends in states that do observe this policy, making it a priority for everybody. This topic hits especially close to home for me because every year when we fall back in November, my mental health takes a noticeable hit, and I know that I am not the only one in this category. Because of this, I've researched the Sunshine Protection Act relentlessly, and I'm a huge advocate for this change myself. I firmly believe that permanent daylight savings time is the best solution for our country and is a step towards better health, safety, and a thriving economy in the United States. Today, I will show you through credible sources how much brighter, literally, our world would be with this change. Studies say the negative effects of the clocks may actually be hazardous to our health. Matthew Solon from Harvard Health states in the article, "The Dark Side of Daylight Savings Time," that even 1 hour time change can greatly disrupt our circadian rhythm. Our circadian rhythm is our internal clock that regulates mood, sleep, and appetite. Messing with this structure can be catastrophic for our health. It's also been shown that the time change, specifically in the fall back, is associated with mental health issues. Dr. Zachary Richin said in an interview with Tiana Barton that he's in support of keeping the clock on daylight savings time permanently for longer days. He says the lack of light at night in the winter exacerbates psychiatric illnesses and can also trigger seasonal affective disorder, commonly known as seasonal depression. The fallback is also associated with economic drawbacks. Fewer daylight hours in the evening mean people go home instead of going out, spending money, shopping, going to dinner, doing activities with their families. This leads to lower revenue for businesses, especially local ones. And lastly, this policy brings increased safety risks. Every fall, car accidents spike due to darker evenings and a distracted population that is tired and they're adjusting to driving in the dark. A lack of visibility and abrupt schedule changes makes roads a lot more dangerous for drivers and pedestrians. So the negative effects of changing the clock, especially in the fall back, is undeniable. But there is a simple solution. The solution to these problems is straightforward. The United States should adopt permanent daylight savings time and enforce the Sunshine Protection Act. This would result in better health, as more evening sunlight encourages outdoor activities and exercise, which improves mood, mental, and physical health. Longer daylight hours combat seasonal depression by naturally boosting serotonin, and the consistency will regulate circadian rhythms and our bodies will be more balanced. This change would also result in a better economy. According to economic expert Krista Chavez, sunlight, as we just discussed, increases serotonin, making people happier, and happier people tend to spend more money. With this policy, local businesses would thrive, with evening extended hours boosting shopping, dining, and tourism, further proving having extra light later in the day stimulates our economy. And lastly, adopting permanent daylight savings time would give us safer roads. According to a 2004 study done by Accident Analysis and Prevention, adding an hour of sunlight in the evening year-round would save the lives of more than 170 pedestrians annually, and theoretically, the lives of nearly 200 vehicle occupants would be saved by the change. Permanent daylight savings time reduces fatal crashes by increasing light and nighttime alertness, making communities safer for everybody. Now that we've gone over a need and a solution for this topic, let's look at the possibilities. I want everybody to picture two different futures. The first, without permanent daylight savings time. So, in this reality, we endure darker evenings and sluggish beginnings in the fall that break us down more and more every year. Our mental health declines, car accidents rise, and businesses struggle. We remain in an outdated system. Now, I would like you to picture the alternative future of permanent daylight savings time. Imagine more outdoor activities, time with communities, businesses thrive, roads are safer, and lives are saved. It's a future where health, happiness, and safety are prioritized. This future is within reach, but it requires action. What can we do to make this a reality? 1. Write your local representatives and urge them to pass the Sunshine Protection Act. 2. Discuss this issue and its implications with your friends and family. Talk about the effects of permanent daylight savings time and encourage them to take action. 3. Spread the word on social media and be a part of the movement to endure the clock confusion. Adopting permanent daylight savings time is more than a convenience. It's a necessity for a healthier, safer, and more prosperous society. In summary, this policy should be one of the past. Bringing this full circle with Senator Rubio's statement, it's time to lock the clock. Together, we can move forward toward a brighter future. Let's take steps to change, not just for our well-being, but for generations to come. Thank you.